Hey guys, it's your girl Caitlin. I know I've been gone a while. I've been contemplating making this video. I've talked to some of my friends about it and decided that I should do it. So in case you can't tell by the title, I'm going to give a trigger warning, content warning for sexual assault. So that's your last warning. Alright, so in August, I was sexually assaulted and my friend convinced me to go to the police. So I went to the police, I told them what happened, and they made me go to the hospital for a rape kit. And then the state trooper, told me that he needed my phone for evidence, even though there was no evidence on my phone at all, whatsoever. Zero evidence. But he insisted that he needed it. He said that if I didn't sign it over to him, that I was impeding the investigation. So he told me that he would only have it for 1 to 2 days. So I signed it over. I didn't want to get in trouble. I wanted to be able to press charges. So about 5 days later, I asked him, hey, when can I get my phone back? And he told me that, oh, just another few days. So having no phone, being a 20-year-old girl at the time, I didn't have any way to communicate with anyone. This kid knew where I lived, so I was scared. I had no way to call 911, no way to get in contact with my mom, my friends, my family, and I was just about maybe less than 2 weeks from starting into my final semester in college, which I depend on my phone to contact my professors because I can't be on my laptop all day. So I had to go to Walmart and find the cheapest track phone I could find that I could get on the internet with, so I had access to Canvas for my classes. So I had to go and pay $80 for this phone plus minutes, and I didn't have a job at the time because the police wouldn't give me back my phone. I called them multiple times every day, leaving voicemails, and they wouldn't answer me. I demanded to talk to someone higher up, and they would tell me, oh no, sorry, I can't help you. You have to talk to the trooper that's handling your case. But he wouldn't answer me. So I tried to talk to everyone, asking when I would get my phone back, etc. They told me that it would take 1 to 2 weeks to process my rape kit, but eventually, more than 8 weeks later, they still hadn't given me my phone, and they still hadn't even taken my rape kit to wherever it's processed. It was still sitting in the state police department. So I told them I need my phone back. I didn't have the legal right to sign my phone into their possession in the first place because it's in my parents' name. I'm on their phone plan, so they technically own my phone. So my parents said that they wanted it back. I told the police that, and they said, too bad. So, which I found out is illegal. I did so much research. I sat in the library for hours with a stack of law books this high and found out that pretty much everything they were doing to me was illegal. So I demanded my phone back. I called them and I said, you need to give me my phone now. You've had it for over 2 months and I need it. So they decided, they just kept saying over and over, well, if you drop the charges, we'll give you your phone. If you drop the charges, we'll give you your phone. They said it so many times to me that I finally said, fine, I'll drop the charges, just give me my phone. So when I showed up at the police department the next day after I had called them and said that, they came out with this bag, the bag that they put it in at the hospital, that had like red police tape across it and said, like, you know, do not tamper evidence, something like that. It was the same one they put it in and sealed while I was at the hospital 2 months before that. They had never touched it. They said there were no developments in my case because they weren't doing anything. They never used the evidence on my phone. They didn't even send my rape kit to the processing lab. They still had it in the police department. So clearly they weren't taking me seriously. My mom even called them and they said they couldn't talk to her because it wasn't her case. So, on top of all of that, they made me sign a paper. They said, you need to sign this paper saying that you dropped the charges, which I will, in a second, put up a copy of what it says and read it to you guys. But, so they made me sign this paper saying that I would drop all the charges even though they had the kid's name. His license came up immediately when they searched him. He had prior sexual assault charges from when he was underage, so they were expunged, but they could still see that it was on there. He had multiple counts of statutory rape, and they still did nothing. They had his address from his license. They could have picked him up and questioned him, but they didn't. So they basically forced me into signing that I would drop the charges so that I could have my phone back, which I know was their intention the entire time because they said it every time I called them. So now I will show you the paper that I had to sign. So since I signed that paper, I have no right ever to go back and say, hey, you know what, I changed my mind, I want to press charges. He said, once you sign this paper, you have no right at all to ever go through with this case again. It's over. We're not going to process your rape kit, you get your phone back, and we're not going to do anything. We're not even going to talk to him. He will never know that you even have these charges because they never talked to him. So I signed it because I wanted my phone back. They'd had it for over 2 months. So that is the story of how the state police basically coerced me into signing that I would not ever go through with the charges and that the investigation was over. The investigation that they never investigated, I guess. So that is why a lot of people, not just women, people in general, don't come forward when they're sexually assaulted because the police don't take it seriously. They don't care. They would rather be out there busting someone for having a single blunt in their car and take them to jail rather than actually pursue rapists. And that is our justice system. Especially, I can attest to Pennsylvania state police not caring whatsoever. And I know this video will probably get taken down, but it's all true. So